Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to turn this piece of metal into a subframe connector for the 1981 Subaru BRAT. Okay, so the first piece before the bend needs to be 109 millimeters. So we're gonna mark that here. We need to make a 25-degree bend. So what I want to be able to do is cut basically two triangles at each side, and then once we bend it, that'll have our 25-degree angle. So using the power of the internet, determine that we need to mark 0.665 or 6645 from this mark on each side. Make that straight. Those two will cut out. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the other side, and then we'll get cut. Very cool. That'll give us that bend we need. All right, so now I gotta figure out how long to make this piece. So this is 109 millimeters, which is coming from the front of the car to the back. This is the back of the floor pan where it goes up, and then this will go to that, I'm gonna call it a cross member in the back. And so I gotta figure out how long I need this piece to be. All right, hopefully you can hear me over the rain. It's a little short of 40, so I'm gonna go ahead and give myself about 40. That'll give us plenty of room here to adjust and trim off where needed. So we'll go ahead and cut that. Okay, so we're gonna weld on a little plate here, just like we did on the other side. This gives a little bit more support, in my opinion, for the subframe connector to weld to, other than this. I mean, it's not necessarily thin, but I think this is just gonna actually help quite a bit more. So we're gonna spray on some weld-through primer for just between these two surfaces, and then we will weld her up, and then we will weld the subframe connector. We'll match it to this guy. Okay, we got the plate welded in. I'm definitely getting a lot more comfortable with the welder. As you can obviously tell, there's some inconsistencies here with the welding, but I'm happy with it. It's strong, it's not going anywhere. I'm definitely getting a lot more comfortable with it. It's these odd angles that are really getting me. So a lot of practice, but that's what projects are for. Is just practice, practice, practice. So I'm gonna throw some weld-through primer on this once it cools off, and then another day here, hopefully later this week, I'll be able to weld in the subframe connector. I did want to show you, this is what the finished product is going to look like This side I did just kind of my own time, wasn't worried about filming or anything like that, just wanted to kind of knock it out and learn a new skill. And so this is basically this is what we're making on the driver's side. So this is the passenger side. This is welded in. It's not 100% yet. I still need to stitch weld this to the floor, kind of connect everything up on both sides, and then obviously paint it. But I'm very happy with this. This is solid. This is not going anywhere. I did add these little plates on the side, on both sides, just for some rigidity here where the bend is, and then I also plated the top. I've got some footage of that all overlay. So this is in. I'm really happy with this. This is also going to allow us to mount and run our fuel lines. So my plan is to run the fuel lines on this side between the seam over here on the body and the subframe connector, down and up obviously to front of the car, and then we can run our water to air intercooler hoses on this side. And so I think it's going to be really nice, can keep everything tucked up and safe. So this is what the finished product is going to look like. Okay, so what we're going to do is what I did on the other side, is plate in here on top, and then also cut out on the sides here some just extra bracing for this bend, since we did have to cut this metal. We didn't actually bend it, and so I'm just going to kind of do what I did on the other side. Alright, so I had to lower the ramp all the way down. I had to jack up the car, that way I can get the right angle here. Alright, we got both subframe connectors welded in. I even went and stitch welded along the floor pan on both sides, just kind of build up some structural rigidity. So these are all in. I did leave a spot at the top of both sides and the front two pieces open, just so water and all that air won't get trapped inside there. I didn't really want to drill holes because I felt like that would hurt the structural rigidity, if you will. So left a spot on the top of each side and the front part open, that way just air and water can go through. So I'm going to scuff all this up and paint it black with the Eastwood chassis paint, and then this will be a wrap. Alright guys, that's it for this video. We got the subframe connectors welded in. I'm really happy that we did that. I think it'll add a lot of structural rigidity to the BRAT chassis, especially with the added weight here in the front and the more power that the BRAT's going to make, because it's going to make about 5 times what the original EA81 made. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me in the shop. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.
you.